Top of the morning to you all. Oh man, my voice is sounds a little bit ridiculous. It is around 7:51 a.m. on this Wednesday, May 14th. I don't know what the date is. And I'm headed to the gym bright and early today. It's a rainy day. I do not usually wake up this early. I did not get so much sleep last night, about 6 hours. That's because there's people coming over to clean my family's house this morning, and so I want to get out of their way, and I don't really have anything to do. I have work to do, but don't have anywhere to be in particular. So yeah, I'm headed to the gym because why not get a workout in and find an excuse to get out of the house, and have some client editing and things like that to work on as well afterwards, which I will hopefully get to in a bit. I recorded a little bit of my workout. Here are a few sets of lateral raises. Set number 1 is the large screen in the background. Set number 2 is the bottom left. Set number 3, the bottom right, where I dropped 5 pounds and focused a bit more on form. In the first set in the background, you can see I was kind of using my body weight a little bit, some momentum to kind of get the weights up. I'm not sure if it's just this angle it's making me notice that or what, but I didn't really realize that until I watched the video back, and I was like, okay, maybe I should try to do that a bit less. So I tried to do that less with the second and especially the third set when I dropped some weight. I did a bunch of other exercises. I've been doing a full body program, which has been cool, and now the video's over, so I gotta stop talking.
Rick, you snapped on this one.
At the Dollar Tree, she say spend a little summer on me. Baby, I am broke like you, and that's why I be running to all the sales. 11:15.
I just finished up in the gym. I spent about an hour and a half, maybe a bit more in there, which is longer than I normally spend, and did 18 solid sets, which is nice. Also more than I usually do, slightly. Now I'm just sitting in my car. I'm guessing around an hour and a half until I can go back home. I got some smoothie. Thank you, Mom. An ABC bar, because I haven't eaten anything yet. I have some work I can be doing, now that I think about it, for a client of mine, planning and editing short form videos for them, trying to get videos to perform well and package up their stories and their work in an engaging way, which is a unique challenge and something that I'm excited to try to tackle and excited to get more reps in on. It's not even so often with my own work that I think so hard about why did this work or why did this not work. I kind of just make assumptions and move on. I made some tutorials and those tutorials did well. I'm going to make more tutorials, which is, a very general sort of observation and action, which is fine. I think it's generally good and probably right, as long as I'm happy making that kind of content. But there are so many other things to think about. Like I had a tutorial that didn't do well. I've thought a little bit about why I think it might not have worked, but while I'm actually making the video, I'm kind of guessing, like, I think this is what's going to make this video do well. Or if this doesn't do well, I think this might be the reason why. It's a bit too slow. I said this one thing and it doesn't really, some people might not understand it. Maybe the intro is like too visually appealing and professional and it looks like an ad or something, right? So all these different things I'm thinking about in my head as I'm making it. But then afterwards, when it actually does well or doesn't do well, it's not so often that I go back to it and kind of re-break it down in my head and say, was I right? Or, try to make more further inferences, further guesses. I used to have a document, a Google document that was called the 1% rule log. If you ever heard of the 1% rule, just the idea of like getting 1% better with every day or everything that you make. And so the idea behind the 1% rule log, which is a bit of a tongue twister, is that I would write down after every project a list of bullet points of things that I wish were better about it, things I might do differently when I make a similar video in the future, which I think was really helpful and something that I honestly want to go back to, especially now that I'm making lots of different things. And even projects that I'm really proud of, almost everything that I make, I can think of ways that I would make it better if I did it again. And I think it's really important not just to kind of watch the video and be like, this is solid and like I know it could be a bit better. I think it can be really helpful to actually explicitly write these things down, especially because they're meant to shape future projects, future actions. If they just kind of stay in my head and aren't even fully formed in my head, it's going to be difficult to make sure that I'm actually moving on these things and making these improvements, these changes. This idea was kind of brought up because the first few pieces of content that I created with this client have been posted now. And so we were kind of reflecting on the results together. We posted 3 videos. One of them did pretty well and the other 2 not so great. I was trying to kind of reflect on and give back to him some information. Here are my guesses why I think this worked well. Here are my guesses why I don't think this worked well. Today I'm hoping to script out a video for him and build upon what we've learned in these first few videos. The inferences, guesses that we've made so far.
Stretch these bills, ain't no dollar finna kill.
This is me editing a video for this client. You can see some smiles gracing my face as I find some, I don't remember, something was funny to me. I didn't get so much footage from the rest of the day. It was mostly the same. I went to a friend/client's house to edit for a few hours with him. We're working on some music videos together, and he's sort of directing the editing process while I'm the hands executing the technical parts of the process. And here is my screen as I'm editing this client video, back to the short form video, not the music video. That was pretty much what I did today. I did a couple other random errands and small things that had to get done, but a good amount just editing and also making this video, because now this is pretty much done. I've edited it a bit throughout the day. Pretty lame vlog, podcast, weird video, but I hope maybe it was somewhat interesting seeing what part of my day looked like. And yeah, I want to do a better job at documenting what I'm doing and experimenting with different ways of telling stories and capture my life. I just felt like it's been over a week now since I've been out of school, and not really an excuse not to start capturing things, and I don't want the summer to just kind of slip by. I haven't been doing writing, journaling either, so that's something I should definitely get back to doing. Hopefully help the time slow down a little bit. It feels like it's going so fast. Mainly, I don't know, I guess I've been so eager to be freed from school and do all this work, and now it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing the work and nothing is super fast. It's a slow but steady kind of process, and maybe from the outside the results might look fast, hopefully, maybe, but they usually don't feel that way, or at least it might be all of a sudden, but not fast, because there's been years of work that went into the overnight, whatever. Anyways, I'm yapping at this point. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, or night, or even evening if you are at that time of day currently, and come back for more sometime if you'd like to humor me again.